Imagine if you could face life's challenges with a sense of calm and acceptance, no matter how tough things get. What if there was a way to embrace every moment, even the difficult ones, with open arms? Welcome to our channel, Stoic Wisdom GB, where we unlock the ancient secrets of Stoicism to transform our modern lives. Hello everyone. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most powerful concepts in Stoic philosophy, Amor Fati, or love of fate. This ancient practice teaches us to not just accept our circumstances but to love them, seeing every twist and turn as an opportunity for growth. Imagine living each day with a peaceful mind, unaffected by life's ups and downs. In this video, we'll uncover how embracing Amor Fati can lead to a more serene and fulfilling life. We'll break down this profound idea into simple steps and show you how to apply it in your everyday life. Ready to transform your mindset and achieve inner peace? If you find value in our journey through Stoicism, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic Wisdom GB. Join our community as we explore timeless wisdom for a better life. Let's get started. Love of fate. Embracing Amor Fati, or the love of fate, is a profound Stoic exercise aimed at achieving inner peace by accepting the flow of life with grace and resilience. This ancient concept, though seemingly straightforward, challenges us to confront the complexity of our human nature, which often propels us toward anxiety about the future. Our minds, prone to wandering into the realm of what-ifs, become entangled in a web of desires and aversions. The anticipation of desired outcomes not materializing can stir deep-seated anxieties, just as the fear of facing unwelcome scenarios can unsettle our peace. This turmoil, according to the Stoics, stems from our attachments to outcomes beyond our control. Epictetus, a luminary in Stoic philosophy, offers a solution that, while simple in theory, demands rigorous practice to sever the ties of desire and aversion towards things outside our sphere of influence. He eloquently advises, "If you desire any of the things which are not in your own control, you must necessarily be disappointed, and of those which are, and which it would be laudable to desire, nothing is yet in your possession. Use only the appropriate actions of pursuit and avoidance, and even these lightly and with gentleness and reservation." This wisdom underscores the Stoic view that peace is found not in the external, but in mastering our responses to it. The Stoic journey towards embracing Amor Fati is not a path of passive resignation, but an active engagement with life, where one navigates the dichotomy of control with wisdom and equanimity. Stoicism teaches that while we naturally seek to enhance our lives with wealth, health, and relationships, termed indifference, due to their neutral value in our quest for happiness, our well-being does not hinge on these externalities. This realization is liberating, for it reveals that true contentment is a product of our internal state, a domain wholly within our control. In modern life, where the pursuit of external achievements often defines success, the Stoic practice of Amor Fati offers a counterpoint, urging us to find stability and joy in the acceptance of life's inherent unpredictability. This does not mean we should abandon our goals and desires, but rather approach them with a mindset that is prepared for any outcome, thereby insulating our inner peace from the vicissitudes of fate. Marcus Aurelius, who said, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" This quote encapsulates the essence of Amor Fati, encouraging us to see every experience, whether perceived as good or bad, as precisely what we need for our growth and development. Incorporating Amor Fati into our daily lives begins with small, mindful practices. Observing our reactions to minor inconveniences or disappointments, gently reminding ourselves of the impermanence of external conditions, and gradually expanding this acceptance to more significant aspects of our lives. By doing so, we cultivate a mindset that views every twist and turn of fate not as a deviation from our path, but as an integral part of our journey. In conclusion, Amor Fati is not merely a Stoic exercise but a way of life that transforms our relationship with the world. It teaches us to embrace the full spectrum of human experience with open arms and a tranquil heart, finding serenity not in the absence of challenges but in our unyielding resolve to face them with courage and grace. As we navigate the modern hustle with the wisdom of Stoicism, let us remember that the ultimate freedom lies in our ability to love our fate, for it is in this love that we find the strength to live fully no matter what life throws our way. Stoic exercises for inner peace. In the whirlwind of life, where the future often seems like a looming shadow filled with uncertainties, many find themselves caught in a relentless storm of worry and fear. This endless preoccupation with what lies ahead can be paralyzing, leading us down a path of self-doubt and anxiety. However, the essence of overcoming this turmoil lies not in attempting to wield control over the unpredictable nature of life, but in mastering our response to whatever outcomes may unfold. This journey of self-mastery is illuminated through 4 transformative strategies, each designed to fortify our resilience and foster a profound sense of inner peace. Purposefully expose yourself to the thing you averse. The first step on this path is to confront our fears head-on, by deliberately exposing ourselves to the very situations we dread. The notion of poverty, for instance, often evokes a deep-seated fear, fueled by societal narratives that paint financial scarcity in grim hues. Yet the reality is that the specter of poverty, with all its imagined horrors, is frequently far removed from its actual experience. By choosing to live momentarily without the luxuries we deem essential, be it a spacious home, a prestigious car, or the indulgence of frequent dining out, we come to realize that happiness is not tethered to material wealth. This intentional immersion into simpler living not only demystifies the fear of poverty, but also reveals the strength and adaptability that reside within us. Echoing this sentiment, the Stoic philosopher Seneca once remarked, "It is precisely in times of immunity from care that the soul should toughen itself beforehand for occasions of greater stress, and it is while fortune is kind that it should fortify itself against her violence." This timeless wisdom underscores the importance of preparing our inner fortress in times of calm, so we may stand unwavering in the face of life's tempests. The Stoics, with their profound understanding of human nature, recognize that true contentment is born not from external acquisitions, but from the actions and choices we make. In confronting the fear of poverty by embracing a simpler way of life, even temporarily, we uncover the liberating truth that our happiness is ours to forge, independent of our financial state. Similarly, the fear of solitude, a common specter that haunts many, can be addressed by temporarily stepping back from the pursuit of relationships. This period of intentional solitude allows us to cultivate self-reliance and discover the joy of our own company. Through this exploration, we learn that being single is not a sentence to loneliness but an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. This realization empowers us to enter or exit relationships, not out of fear, but from a place of strength and clarity, ensuring we no longer cling to toxic bonds out of a fear of being alone. In weaving these stories and allegories into our narrative, we find a powerful lesson that by facing our fears directly and learning to live with less, we not only overcome the dread of undesirable outcomes, but also gain a deeper appreciation for the simple yet profoundly fulfilling aspects of life. This journey of self-discovery and resilience teaches us that the key to a serene and contented life does not lie in the external trappings of success, but in the strength of our character and the choices we make. As we navigate the ebb and flow of existence, let us remember that the greatest battles are often fought within the quiet recesses of our minds. By adopting a Stoic approach to life's challenges, we equip ourselves with the tools to transcend self-doubt and fear, embracing instead a life of purpose, resilience, and unwavering tranquility. See change as an opportunity. In the grand tapestry of life, change is not just inevitable, but a gateway to unforeseen opportunities. Reflecting on my own journey, it's clear that the moments I once feared would break me, in reality, shaped me. From losing jobs and enduring the sting of rejection from educational institutions to the heartache of lost relationships and vanished opportunities, each setback was a prelude to transformation. The financial crisis that barred my entry into the job market post-college forced me into roles I never envisioned for myself. Yet, it was these very experiences, ones I initially deemed as detours, that enriched my life in unimaginable ways, fostering growth and resilience I couldn't have gained otherwise. This serendipitous balancing act of life where every loss is counterweighed by a gain, albeit in a different form, underscores a profound truth. What we perceive as misfortune can, in fact, be a blessing in disguise. Epictetus, a sage of Stoicism, eloquently advised, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well." This wisdom invites us to embrace life's unpredictability with open arms, trusting that every twist and turn has its purpose. The fear of losing what we hold dear, be it our job, relationships, or financial security, is a natural human instinct. However, it's in the aftermath of these losses that new paths unfold, brimming with opportunities to rebuild, learn, and grow. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, reminds us of the beauty inherent in change, stating, "Constant awareness that everything is born from change, the knowledge that there is nothing. Nature loves more than to alter what exists and make new things like it. All that exists is the seed of what will emerge from it." This perspective encourages us to view change not as the end, but the beginning, a fertile ground from which new life springs. Let's consider this. Every moment of upheaval brings with it the seeds of a future we could never have planned for ourselves. It's in the soil of disruption that we find the nutrients for personal development. The jobs we lose teach us resilience and open the doors to careers we might never have considered. The relationships that end pave the way for self-discovery and deeper connections with others. And the opportunities that slip through our fingers, they make room for us to pursue paths aligned more closely with our true calling. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we learn to view every obstacle as a stepping stone, and every setback as a setup for a comeback. This doesn't mean we won't feel the sting of disappointment or the weight of loss. Rather, it means we recognize these experiences as integral to our growth. We understand that life's balance sheet works in mysterious ways, and what we lose in one column may very well be compensated in another, often with interest. So, as we navigate the ebb and flow of existence, let us hold fast to the wisdom of the Stoics. Let's not waste our energy wishing for life to unfold according to our preconceived plans. Instead, let's welcome each moment as it comes, finding solace in the knowledge that change is not just a part of life, but the very mechanism through which we evolve. In doing so, we transform our fears into fortitude, our losses into lessons, and our lives into a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to adapt and thrive. Remember, in the grand scheme of things, every end is just a new beginning in disguise. Realize that happiness is relative. In the intricate dance of life, our perception of happiness often pirouettes around the notion that it's a destination reached by fortunate events. This belief was intriguingly challenged in a 1978 study by Brickman, Coates, and Janif Bullman, who delved into the depths of human emotion to unravel the enigma of happiness. They meticulously observed three distinct groups: jubilant lottery winners, individuals grappling with the life-altering aftermath of paralysis, and a control group, untouched by such extreme fates. Intuitively, one might presume that the lottery winners would bask in perennial joy, while the accident victims languished in despair. Initially, this hypothesis seemed to hold water, with the lottery winners exuding euphoria and the paralyzed group wrestling with their new reality. However, as the wheel of time turned, an astonishing revelation came to light. A year down the line, the stark contrast in happiness between these groups had significantly blurred. The lottery winners and the control group shared similar levels of contentment, only marginally higher than that of the paralyzed individuals. This revelation beckons us to ponder upon the Stoic wisdom encapsulated in the phrase, Amor Fati, the love of one's fate. It's a powerful reminder that happiness is not a treasure trove at the end of a rainbow, but a state of mind, resilient and adaptable. Why then should we let the specter of future uncertainties cast a shadow over our present? The energy we invest in dreading the unknown could eclipse the very joy of our current existence. Reflecting upon this, I'm reminded of a personal anecdote that resonates with the Stoic ethos. Last year, a beloved uncle of mine was ensnared in the clutches of cancer. The prognosis was grim, with doctors relinquishing all hope. Yet when I visited him, his spirit was unbroken, his zest for life undiminished. He confided in me, his eyes alight with a serene acceptance that he felt fantastic. Each day was a gift, a precious opportunity to savor life's simple pleasures. His words were a living testament to the Stoic belief that external circumstances, no matter how dire, cannot extinguish the inner flame of happiness and well-being. In fact, it's in the crucible of adversity that we often discover a more profound sense of joy and fulfillment. In the modern hustle where life's uncertainties loom large, this Stoic perspective offers a beacon of hope. It's a call to embrace life's vicissitudes with grace and to find contentment within, irrespective of external fortunes. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Life, if well lived, is long enough." This wisdom encourages us to live fully in the present, to cherish each moment, and to view the future not with fear but with a courageous heart. It's a reminder that our happiness is not tethered to the whims of fate, but is a reflection of our inner resilience and perspective. So, as we navigate the ebb and flow of life, let us hold fast to the Stoic tenet of Amor Fati, finding peace and strength within, and transforming every obstacle into an opportunity for growth and enlightenment. Be present. In the journey of life where the only constant is change, embracing the present becomes a profound exercise in finding inner peace. This concept, known as Amor Fati, or the love of one's fate, is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, teaching us to welcome every moment of life with open arms regardless of its nature. The essence of this teaching lies in understanding that our perception of happiness and unhappiness is largely subjective and influenced by external circumstances that, in reality, hold no power over our inner state of being. Happiness, then, is not something to be sought in the material or external world, but is a state that can be cultivated from within by appreciating the present moment and all that it entails. The Stoics believed that life is akin to a river, constantly flowing and ever-changing. To resist this flow is to resist the very nature of existence itself. This resistance often manifests as a preoccupation with the past or anxiety about the future, both of which detract from our ability to live fully in the now. The future, as it stands, is neither inherently good nor bad. It is our minds that ascribe these values to it. By understanding that change is inevitable, we learn to flow with life rather than against it, embracing each moment as it comes with grace and resilience. Consider the allegory of a seasoned sailor navigating the vast ocean. The sea, much like life, is unpredictable and often turbulent. A storm may arise without warning, testing the sailor's skill and resolve. Yet, it is in the heart of the storm that the sailor finds his true strength, learning to adjust his sails and steer with confidence, not wishing for calmer seas, but loving the challenge that the storm presents. This story mirrors the Stoic practice of Amor Fati, where the storm represents the unforeseen changes and challenges life throws our way, and the sailor embodies the Stoic ideal of embracing and loving one's fate no matter how daunting it may seem. The present moment, then, is all we truly have. The past is a memory and the future is a dream. When we anchor ourselves in the now, we open ourselves to the fullness of life, accepting and loving our fate as it unfolds. This doesn't mean we passively resign ourselves to whatever happens, but rather that we engage with life actively and wholeheartedly, finding joy and meaning in the process of living itself. To cultivate Amor Fati is to cultivate a love for life in all its complexity and beauty. It is to live with a heart wide open to the present, cherishing each moment before it slips away. For in the end, it is not the moments we missed or the futures we feared that define our lives. but the depth with which we embrace the here and now. So let us love our fate, for it is in this love that we find the strength to navigate the ebbs and flows of existence with serenity and resilience, transforming every obstacle into an opportunity for growth and every moment into a step on the path to inner peace. This is the essence of Amor Fati, a guiding light for those seeking to live a life of purpose, acceptance, and profound joy. The 4 principles of Stoicism help you be happier. Stoics believe in living a virtuous life, a life that has the potential to bring us happiness and fulfillment. For a Stoic, pursuing virtue is the pursuit of happiness. If we can live virtuously, life will be better. A good character is the only guarantee of everlasting carefree happiness. Seneca, Moral Letters, Stoicism in Life. But what does pursuing virtue mean? Simply put, pursuing virtue means striving towards the ideal of a person and becoming the best version of oneself. By becoming the person we wish to be, we will be happy. Stoicism also posits that happiness is our personal responsibility. The first and most important thing we can do is to take ownership of who we are and the state of our lives. Only then can we become the person we wish to be and find satisfaction and happiness in our lives. However, becoming a Stoic and achieving a fulfilling life is not easy. You must patiently practice many principles with a relaxed, open mindset. Stop worrying about what you cannot control. Stoicism teaches us a profound yet simple truth. The path to happiness is paved not with the external acquisitions or the vain attempts to control the uncontrollable, but with the mastery of our internal state and responses. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will, proclaimed Epictetus, a sage whose words echo through the ages, reminding us of the futility of fretting over the elements outside our sphere of influence. This principle, deeply ingrained in the Stoic philosophy, serves as a cornerstone for a life of contentment and resilience. It delineates a world divided into realms: the uncontrollable, the partially controllable, and the entirely controllable. Our peace and happiness, thus, hinge on our ability to discern these realms, relinquishing our grip on the former while embracing and acting within the latter. The uncontrollable encompasses the vast expanse of externalities, nature's whims, the actions of others, the flow of time, and the cards we're dealt at birth. To toil and worry over these is akin to attempting to calm the sea by command. A venture as exhausting as it is futile. The Stoics, with their profound understanding of human nature and the workings of the universe, counsel us to adopt an attitude of acceptance towards these external forces. This acceptance is not a passive resignation, but a dynamic engagement with life, focusing our energies and intentions on the spheres where we wield power: our thoughts, our attitudes, and our actions. Incorporating a quote from another Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, adds depth to this wisdom. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This sentiment encapsulates the essence of Stoicism, urging us to cultivate a fortress within, impervious to the storms without. It's a call to internalize our locus of control, to recognize that while the world may whirl in chaos, our inner state remains a sanctuary of peace, should we choose to make it so. This Stoic principle is not just a philosophical musing, but a practical guide for contemporary living. In an era where our senses are bombarded with information and our minds cluttered with the clutter of ceaseless desire and comparison, the wisdom to distinguish between the controllable and the uncontrollable is invaluable. It teaches us to navigate life's vicissitudes with grace, to meet with triumph and disaster, and to treat those two impostors just the same, as Rudyard Kipling eloquently put it. The modern Stoic, therefore, does not waste energy lamenting over a past that cannot be altered, fretting over the future's uncertainty, or attempting to mold the world to their will. Instead, they invest their efforts in cultivating virtue, resilience, and a serene mind, focusing on personal growth, ethical living, and the well-being of those within their sphere of influence. In applying this Stoic principle to our lives, we find not only a strategy for happiness but a blueprint for a life of purpose and meaning. It teaches us to embrace the present moment, to find joy in the simple act of being, and to foster gratitude for what we have, rather than pining for what lies beyond our reach. This approach to life encourages us to focus on our responses to the world, to cultivate patience, understanding, and compassion, both for ourselves and for others. It reminds us that while we may not control the external world, we have the ultimate authority over our inner world and how we choose to respond to life's challenges. Thus, the Stoic wisdom of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot is not merely a recipe for happiness but a call to a life of depth, meaning, and tranquility. It invites us to step back from the precipice of modern anxieties and to find solace in the strength of our inner citadel, fostering a resilience that is both profound and profoundly liberating. In embracing this Stoic principle, we not only navigate life with a serene mind and a resilient spirit, but also illuminate the path for others, sharing the timeless wisdom of Stoicism as a guiding light in the tumultuous journey of life. Focus on what you can control. In the heart of Stoicism lies a powerful principle that can significantly alter our path to happiness: focusing on what we can control. The ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Some things are in our control and others not." Within our control are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever are our own actions. This profound statement underscores the essence of Stoicism, which teaches us that while the world around us, external events and the actions of others, remains beyond our control, our thoughts and actions do not. Imagine you're in a boat on a vast ocean. You can't control the direction of the wind, but you can adjust your sails. This allegory illustrates our situation in life. We are constantly faced with situations that we cannot change, but we have the power to control our reactions and the attitudes we adopt towards these situations. Epictetus further guides us by stating, "Where then do I look for good and evil? Not to uncontrollable externals, but within myself to the choices that are my own." This insight invites us to reflect inwardly, to focus on our judgments, voluntary actions, and choices. It's a call to recognize that our true power lies not in altering the external world, but in shaping our internal world, our perceptions, reactions, and decisions. By embracing this mindset, we can navigate life's challenges with greater serenity and resilience, focusing our efforts on what truly matters and what we can influence. To bring this principle to life, consider the story of a farmer who faces an unexpected storm. The storm destroys his crops, an event beyond his control. However, instead of succumbing to despair, the farmer focuses on what he can control, his response to the disaster. He decides to rebuild, to learn from the experience, and to plant even more resilient crops next time. This story exemplifies the Stoic practice of focusing on our sphere of control, demonstrating how, even in the face of adversity, we can find strength and happiness by concentrating on our actions and attitudes. In conclusion, the lesson here is clear. By distinguishing between what we can and cannot control and then directing our energy towards our own thoughts and actions, we can lead more fulfilling lives. This Stoic principle encourages us to invest our efforts in personal growth and resilience, empowering us to become the architects of our happiness. By continuously reminding ourselves of this distinction, we can reduce fear and anxiety and pave the way for a life marked by tranquility and contentment. Let this be a guiding light in your journey, a reminder that while the world may be unpredictable, your path to happiness lies in your own hands, through the choices you make and the perspective you adopt. Desire less. In the heart of Stoicism lies a profound yet simple truth. The secret to happiness isn't found in seeking more, but rather in desiring less. It's a concept that might seem counterintuitive in our modern world, where the pursuit of more, be it success, wealth, fame, or even knowledge, seems to be the driving force behind our every action. Yet Stoic wisdom suggests that this endless chase not only burdens us but binds us, turning us into prisoners of our own desires. The Stoic philosophers, with their timeless insights, offer us a path to freedom through the cultivation of contentment with what we already possess. They argue that happiness stems not from the abundance of possessions or achievements, but from the appreciation and judicious use of what is already ours. Consider the words of Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who taught that wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This perspective invites us to shift our focus from what is missing in our lives to the bounty that is already present. It's about recognizing the wealth we hold in the form of relationships, experiences, and the simple yet essential things of life that we often take for granted. By anchoring our happiness in what we have, rather than in what we lack, we gain a sense of sufficiency and strength. The Stoics remind us that the true measure of wealth and power lies not in the quantity of our possessions, but in our ability to use wisely and appreciate what we have. The value of our belongings, they argue, is derived from their utility and the joy they bring us, not merely from their existence. This philosophy encourages us to live a life grounded in reality, accepting the world as it is, and making the most out of every situation. However, desiring less does not mean abandoning our dreams, aspirations, or the pursuit of a better life. Stoicism does not advocate for a life devoid of ambition or improvement. On the contrary, it encourages us to set goals, to strive for excellence, and to seek a fulfilling and prosperous life. But it does so with a caveat. Our desires should be tempered with wisdom and gratitude. We are urged to pursue what truly matters, to focus on self-improvement and the well-being of those around us, while also finding contentment in our current state. This Stoic principle of desiring less is not about settling for mediocrity, but about finding richness in simplicity, about understanding that happiness is not a destination reached by acquiring more, but a journey navigated with appreciation for what we already have. It teaches us to live fully in the present, to cherish the simple joys, and to find peace in the serenity of contentment. As Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." By embracing this Stoic wisdom, we can transform our lives. We learn to see the abundance in our simplicity, the strength in our contentment, and the power in our gratitude. This shift in perspective is not just a path to personal happiness, but a journey towards a more fulfilling, serene, and resilient life. It's a reminder that sometimes by desiring less, we can indeed have so much more. Simplify your life. This philosophy, ancient yet timeless, teaches us that the essence of a fulfilling life is not found in the accumulation of material possessions or the pursuit of external pleasures, but in the cultivation of our inner character and the simplification of our external circumstances. Stoics, with their wisdom echoing through the ages, remind us that true happiness and contentment are forged from within, not from the endless chase of superficial desires. The journey towards a simpler life begins with the understanding that our control over external events is limited, but our control over our character and responses is absolute. This realization is pivotal, for it shifts our focus from the external to the internal, from what we possess to who we are. Stoicism teaches us that all we truly need for happiness is ourselves, our reasoned choices, our virtues, and our capacity to face life's challenges with equanimity. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This quote encapsulates the Stoic belief that happiness is a state of mind, not a state of affairs. In our modern lives, clutter is not just a physical phenomenon, but a mental one as well. We accumulate not only unnecessary possessions, but also unnecessary thoughts and actions that distract us from our true purpose and well-being. The Stoic practice of simplification involves a meticulous examination of our lives, asking ourselves whether each thought, each possession, and each activity contributes to our growth and happiness. If the answer is no, then it is within our power, and indeed our duty, to eliminate it. This process of elimination is not a one-time effort but a continuous practice, a way of living that keeps us focused on what truly matters. By embracing simplicity, we are not merely decluttering our physical spaces, but also our mental and emotional landscapes. We learn to prioritize our essential needs, distinguishing them from the fleeting desires that often lead us astray. This prioritization is not about deprivation but about aligning our lives with our core values and virtues. It's about making room for growth, for peace, and for the joy that comes from living in accordance with nature and reason. The Stoic approach to simplicity also offers practical advice for navigating the complexities of modern life. It encourages us to be mindful of our consumption, to engage in activities that enrich our souls, and to foster relationships that uplift and support our journey towards virtue. In doing so, we find that our lives become not only simpler, but also more meaningful and fulfilling. In conclusion, the Stoic principle of simplifying our lives is a powerful antidote to the chaos and distraction of the modern world. It teaches us to focus on what truly matters, to cultivate our inner virtues, and to live with intention and purpose. By doing so, we can find true happiness and peace, not as fleeting emotions, but as a stable and enduring state of being. As we embark on this journey of simplification, let us remember the words of Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher: "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This reminder serves as a beacon, guiding us towards a life of simplicity, contentment, and Stoic joy, where happiness is not pursued, but lived, moment by moment, with a serene mind and a resilient spirit. As we conclude our journey through the profound teachings of Amor Fati and the Stoic exercises for inner peace, it's crucial to remember that the wisdom we've explored is not just theoretical, it's a call to action, a guide for living a more fulfilled and serene life amidst the chaos of our modern world. The principles of Stoicism, particularly Amor Fati, offer us a compass to navigate the unpredictable tides of fate with grace and resilience. I encourage you, my dear viewers, to not just watch and forget, but to actively integrate these teachings into your daily lives. Ask yourself, how can you embrace the concept of Amor Fati today? What steps can you take to love your fate, to welcome whatever life throws at you with open arms and a heart full of courage? Thank you for joining us on this journey into the power of Amor Fati and its secrets for a peaceful mind. We've explored how loving our fate can lead to a deeper sense of acceptance and tranquility in our lives. Remember, it's not about avoiding challenges, but about embracing them as opportunities for growth. If you enjoyed this dive into Stoic wisdom and found it helpful, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below sharing your thoughts on Amor Fati and how you plan to incorporate it into your life. Don't forget to like this video if you found it insightful, share it with anyone who could benefit from a more peaceful mindset, and subscribe to Stoic Wisdom GB for more content that will guide you on your journey to a calm and fulfilled life. Until next time, remember to embrace your fate with love and acceptance. See you in the next video.